That's really interesting. So, what I'm hearing is like you have a good idea when you set your goals. You're like, this is attainable. I can get this. And then you essentially are pushing the envelope to a point where you're not sure if you can get there, but you think you can, but you're not sure. And so it's like a little bit of a challenge. You're never really putting yourself, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're never really setting a goal that's like so outlandish to you. Now, it
Yep.
might look outlandish to other people,
Yep.
but to you, knowing your numbers or knowing your business, you're setting a goal that's you think is possible, but still could be a stretch. So does that play into if you don't hit it, you're like, well, we got close. I mean, because you're able to, it sounds like you're able to mentally just turn that switch and because I've found when coaching agents and when talking to people that can be a real stopper for people psychologically and mentally. Like they set a goal and there's a really good book called the 12-week year. It talks about breaking the year into quarters because and I'm not trying to promote the book, it just came to mind. Like, because sometimes if you set a really big goal and then by June, you're like, oh, we have no chance of getting it. Like it's very demotivating. The rest of the year can be tough. What would you, and I don't know if you've ever had a situation, what would you do if you set a year goal and halfway through the year, you're like not even close to halfway there? What would you do? Would you readjust? Would you stay the course? Like,
I think you have to readjust. I mean, I think you have to step back and try to reconfigure what you're doing. Maybe it's more advertising or more, cold calling or hitting your sphere of influence. One of the biggest things, with us, like I said, I mean, social media, I'm always talking about real estate no matter where I am. I know a lot of times I'm at family events and my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, me and my sister-in-law, because she works for a big investor that buys real estate. So she manages real estate for them. And we're always talking real estate. And I think half the family gets sick of us talking about it sometimes, but it's constantly promoting yourself. But at the same sense, like you said, I mean, making goals that are obtainable, that are too easy, does nobody any good, because like I said before, it's kind of like you just chuckle and laugh because you hit the goal, but was it really a realistic goal in your mind? I mean, it was too easy is how I look at it. So like me pushing the envelope, I mean, I think if I wouldn't hit that goal, it kind of sets me back knowing that, hey, if I did close to that or say 80 or 85 or 90% of the goal, I've done more than I thought I was going to achieve anyway, but at the end of the day, I mean, so maybe that's why I'm not so hard on myself too as well. If I don't achieve like the number, because I know that, hey, this was maybe a little bit out of a reach, but if I'm not there yet, or I'm kind of behind, I mean, it's trying to re-strategize to say, hey, how can I redirect my business or how can I gain more business by doing this or that? What am I slacking on? Is it, I'm not making phone calls? Am I not promoting myself on Facebook? Am I not doing A, B, and C to get myself this business? Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I've just been lazy. I feel like there's so many agents out there that are lazy and just don't want to, it comes this time of year and, now they're Christmas shopping and, they're not doing real estate now, kind of thing. But I think also to kind of touch on that, and I don't know if this is really on this point, but we have a lot of agents too in this area that, like I said earlier, they may have 4 deals this month and, they all settle in the middle of the month. Well, they wait to actually, continue to try to gain business till after those deals have settled. And it's like, you can't wait until you settled all this and you've, collected your commissions and then start, remarketing yourself and trying to pick up inventory or clientele. Because I mean, sometimes it takes buyers 2 to 3 months to, till you're landing again. I mean, why would you want to go without that paycheck? So you have to market yourself always, constantly be marketing and talking about real estate, helping people is how I look at it. But kind of just to touch on a little bit of something else, but.
No, I think that's a great point. I got into real estate from one of my friends in another state that got out of real estate for that very reason. Like he would just always, cash flow was always up and down because once he had the cash, he stopped lead generating, stopped working. Then when he started getting low on cash, like, oh, I better get back and sell some homes. But there's always that lag and that time.